Hi everybody, it's Hunter.
And Joe.
And we are two old men at heart taking a full ship tour of the Holland America Line Eurodam today. So we'll start up on deck 9. This is the Lido Bar, midship.
Yes, this is going to be your main pool area that everyone associates with cruise ships. Up here you have the pool, of course. You've got a bar and you've got the dive-in hamburger, hot dogs, food. There it is.
Little taste of the menu. Now you see right up here, straight up at the top of the screen, that is the dome. This half of it is closed, and that opens and closes for comfort in any destination and any temperature outside. It'll be warm inside. These are extra. These are for purchase. These are the Lido cabins, and they are only on the starboard side. I don't know how much they are off the top of my head, but they give you a dedicated wait staff and a space to go on the Lido deck. Some rinsing showers for you.
And then here off to your right, you can't really see to it. That's where the sauna is.
Well, that's the thermal.
Yes, the thermal suite, which has a sauna in it.
It was quite popular on this cruise. Ping pong. There were always people playing.
Yes, it was quite busy most of the time.
We're going to walk right through those doors there and into the greenhouse spa and salon. I'm sorry I don't have a full tour of the spa and salon for you, but it is extra. Even if you are, like we were, in a spa room, it is extra. You can take this one.
Yes, the fitness center. I'm leading this tour. I made very good use of the fitness center while we were here. They have part of their Good Feet, and they have programs throughout the cruise for posture and different things. And that's also an extra charge. You've got your various gym equipment. You've got your rowing machines and ellipticals and stationary bikes and treadmills and free weights. All sorts of anything you would find in a standard gym, you'll find on the fitness center on really any of the ships here, and certainly here on the Eurodam.
And the equipment itself isn't an extra charge. You mentioned that, and that's for the
Good Feet, and some of they offer specialty classes, which are an extra charge. But the fitness center itself is included and free to go in and get a workout.
And you used right over here.
Yes, all these treadmills off to the right. I made use of 5 or 6 times during our sailing.
I was surprised. So we were in port at this time when we were recording this. How many people were using the fitness center at that time?
It was very well attended all the time. I would get up at 6 in the morning, and it opens at 6. And every morning I would get there at like 6:05, and there were already 5 or 6 people there. And by the time I was leaving close to 7, it was up to 20 or 30 people packed into there. Not that you were hurting for equipment, but it was definitely well used.
If you ask me, I'm on vacation. I'm not going to the gym. This is a better place to go when I'm on vacation. The Lido Market Buffet, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is included with your cruise. All this food is free. Plenty of things on Holland America Line are actually made to order, which is really, really nice. And the other thing is, this is not quite like other cruise lines. The staff is going to serve you. You can ask them what you want. You can point to it, but you aren't going in there and grabbing the tongs and serving yourself on a plate for most items. They were waving at us.
Yes.
I loved them. This was
Cressy and Bless were those 2 ladies right there. They were exceptionally friendly and wonderful. They were there at least for breakfast and lunch, because we didn't go up there for dinner
This is one of the made-to-order things. You can pick what items you want on your salad, and then you can have a salad. And the drink stations. So these are self-serve. You have water and ice, you have lemonade and iced tea and more water, coffee regular and decaf, as well as hot water. And then your favorite part,
my teas. Yes, they have a rotating selection on either end of the Lido of different teas.
Canaletto is a specialty dining restaurant. This is extra, or it could be included if you have the Have It All package. This is inside the Lido Market. It's part of the Lido Market. It's sort of sectioned off. You see with the windows there. And on the starboard side of the aft, deck 9, that is a designated smoking section, and it smells like it.
Yes.
We are not smokers.
No, we've come out from those doors right there. You're seeing or the buffet. We've come out those doors, and now you're on the back of the ship. And you've got the sea view pool. In the smoking section, and you have a bar there. Obviously, you saw as we work our way around, we'll get to the New York Pizza.
And the Seaview pool is actually adults only. Now, you don't normally have such a problem with that on a Holland America Line ship, but that is an adults only pool, and those hot tubs are also adults only. But let's take a look over the aft, the very aft of the ship. Plenty of deck space to sun yourself.
Yeah.
You can see this lady decided to move her chair in rotation with the sun.
Well, plenty of room to do it.
Straight ahead here.
Yes, we're
to
coming
the
up
left.
to the New York Pizza.
And that is no extra charge. Those pizzas are made to order most of the time, and the ingredients are really fantastic. Now going up a deck, we're now on deck 10. This is the jogging track. You can look down into the deck 9 midship pool, and there are 3 hot tubs at the midship pool. But yes, deck 10, this jogging track goes the whole way around the ship. And like I said, the sliding dome cover, it will open and close depending on where you are. So even if you're in Alaska or in Canada and it's cold outside, it can be warm down there. You can use the pool. Now some of these stairs up, like you saw right there on the right, some of those go to a crew-only area. I'm surprised there aren't signs farther down at the bottom of the steps, or a rope, yeah. But they do go up, and you can't, they're open, but once you get to the top, there will be a sign that says that it's a crew-only area. Now this is really cool. This is on the starboard side, deck 10, and there is cornhole and shuffleboard available for anyone's use 24/7.
We continue to make our way to the aft of the ship. You can kind of see off to the right here where we're headed, which is the sports court up on deck 11.
So you enter on the starboard side, and that's the only way you can enter. And I was so surprised. We were sailing at this time, and there was no one up here. I was shocked. But they do have, I think that's a full-length basketball court. And then you have the pickleball, which is very popular. And there's Joe.
Yes.
So we're going to go back down those steps that we just came up, and we're still on deck 10. And this is the aft. We're overlooking the adults-only Seaview pool, and that was the smoking section there off to the left side of the screen. But we're going to continue going around because I wanted to show you that this is still part of that jogging track that I told you about. And it does go the whole way around the ship. Now, I will say, if you are jogging, you have to be very careful because these deck chairs and also these little these window partitions, get in the way. So if you are jogging, it's not going to be a straight line. You're going to have to dodge chairs. You're going to have to dodge the partition windows. The famous funnels up there. Oh, that's where, you saw I was pointing there. That's where I was saying, you can see that blue sign up there at the top of the stairs. It says it's a crew-only area. But it's open. You could go up there, but there is a sign that's up toward the top. Here we go. Some spectacular ocean views. Isn't it pretty? Now we're gonna go right around here and make the hard right. And these are some doors that take you inside midship deck 10. This is Club Hal. Now Club Hal does have age restrictions. If you're over a certain age, you're not allowed to go in there at all to keep the kids safe, and that completely makes sense. And I think it actually was closed at that time when we went by. But this is the High Score Arcade, and what we found out on this sailing is that it's free.
Yes, unlike most other cruise lines, your arcade is an extra charge and you're paying for the games. The High Score Arcade on Holland America ships is included, and nothing in there has an extra charge. It's just the pinball machines are on free play, the skee ball's set up to free play. All the individual games are just open.
So this is deck 10 midship port side, but let's go up and forward, all the way forward to the Crow's Nest. The Crow's Nest, if you don't look for it and you don't explore the ship while you're on board, you could miss this. Don't miss this. Oh, that's your shore excursions desk. So if you ever need to book a shore excursion, have a question about it, you can stop by there, also on deck 11 forward in the Crow's Nest. And this is the game room. All those games, those are board games in those briefcases there. You can check those out and actually take them wherever you want on the ship as long as you bring them back and use those board games. But this room is panoramic. They have all these lounge chairs and everything up toward the windows that you see in the background. The cafe, of course, is an extra charge. Unless you have the Have It All package or drinks package, and then it's included. And this is the art studio. And the art studio was extremely well attended every time we walked by. Yes, and they were actually having a class.
Yes, all of the classes were very popular, it seemed.
Yeah. People really enjoyed the art studio, but don't sleep on the Crow's Nest. Make sure you visit. Tamarind is one of the specialty dining restaurants. It is Pan-Asian cuisine, deck 11 midship. Again, if you're not taking a tour of the ship yourself and exploring, you might miss Tamarind.
Or have it booked through the Have It All package as a specialty dining and
the food is
excellent. To figure out where it is to make sure you can get there.
Now, this is Nami Sushi. Nami Sushi, you don't have to have a reservation to come and get. Now, that is extra charge if you want to get that sushi. But if you're looking for sushi, you can go there and you don't have to have a reservation. And this is right across the hall. This is Tamarind Bar. Don't forget about Tamarind Bar. It's so quiet, people always forget about it. It's always empty. So if you want a drink and you don't want the crowds and you want to get a drink right away, Tamarind Bar is the way to go. This is the Retreat, deck 11, midship. This is extra. This is like exclusive. You have to pay.
Yes,
you can't even get in there unless you pay.
No, yeah, there are gates there to get in.
It's a nice little cabana, and you have a dedicated
yes, you can rent the cabanas and have dedicated wait staff.
And here is your pro tip. This is something that people completely will forget because it's not on any of the ship's maps. So right there, while you saw us there looking over the Retreat, so we were up a level, this is on deck 12 all the way forward on the ship, above the Retreat. And no one's ever there. You saw there was one person there in this video. There are all these lounge chairs. There's even more that aren't even set up. They're just stacked up there. So if you're looking for a quiet space where no one is, check out the sun deck that's semi-hidden. But open to anyone. It's not like the Retreat that you have to pay for. Open to anyone. Deck 12 forward. It's not on any of the ship maps.
And you can't even go straight up to 12. You have to get off on 11.
Yeah, you have to
go
walk
outside and take the stairs like we did.
But there you can see over the Retreat, and then forward you can see there aft. Looking aft. You can see the pool. This is the walking track. We made use of the walking track. It goes the whole way around the ship. This is on deck 3 on the outside. And then inside deck 3 forward, starboard side, is the ship's library, and it's actually quite large.
It is, and Holland has very much rededicated themselves to putting libraries back in where there weren't any, and expanding the ones that were across the fleet. Mm-hmm. And that's been a very popular feature that a lot of people have requested.
The Hudson Room, they have the Catholic prayer, Shabbat, and some other services are held there, and then right next to it is the Half Moon Room.
They do connect. If there was a special event going on, they can be turned into one.
And then the Stuyvesant Room, which I don't have interior video of. And then here, deck 3, as you move Midship, you have Effie, and also the other shops here on the ship, as well as Holland America Line branded clothing or just souvenirs. They typically will have shirts, t-shirts that show where you were, your port shirts. So if you wanted to get a shirt from where you were, where you visited. And then here we're going forward and midship, or maybe back.
Toward the aft, yes, we're headed aftward. The ocean bar.
The ocean bar is quite large. It's the whole entire. So here we're gonna see. There's the bar itself. Hi. But it continues the whole way over onto this side as well, with more seating area.
And they have a band that plays in there every evening.
Yep. The photo shop is actually quite long. And there, so if you got your photo taken when you got off the ship, or during dinner, or if you visited the photo studio, which we're going to show you where that is on this ship, that's where your photos will be.
Or had your picture taken by any of the photographers set up throughout the ship.
Back here, this is deck 3, the main dining room. It was closed. We didn't go inside, so we're just looking through the window of the door. But deck 3, main dining room. We're going to show you what the actual dining room looks like here on deck 2. So this is where we ate up on deck 3 one night, I think.
One night, yes. Which is generally where if you have a set dining time, you're
or if you have a reservation.
Or you have a reservation, you're set up on deck 3. General open my time dining is here on deck 2.
I just did a walk around. It was. I should have probably asked permission to go through, but the door was open and I didn't see anybody, so I just sort of walked in. It's not like I was messing anything up, so I hope they forgive me. Oh, there's someone over there. They didn't say anything. They just let me walk through. You can see the steps there in the middle, and that will take you up to the deck 3.
The section we ate at.
Yes, we ate over here with Miguel and Romel every night. They were our waiters.
Who we specifically requested after.
Yes,
we got them twice by happenstance, and then requested them the rest of the cruise.
And you can see this is the Club Orange desk, and then the regular desk. Here's the portrait studio. So right outside, starboard side, deck 2 aft, right outside the dining room is the portrait studio, and then this is the Explorer's Lounge. This used to be Lincoln Center, and you can see there's still a grand piano there on the stage. That used to be Lincoln Center, where the classical music performers would have their concerts. They don't really do that anymore. And the art gallery provided by Park West, and then heading midship, this is the Pinnacle Bar. It's right outside the Pinnacle Grill. We're going to take a look at that in a moment. But this is the Pinnacle Bar, and you can see it wasn't so busy at this time, but this actually gets quite busy around dinner time. And then right across the hall, you can see the atrium.
Yes, overlooking the atrium.
This is Pinnacle Grill. That is a specialty dining restaurant. Steakhouse style with seafood as well. And this is an upcharge or included in your
Have it all package.
Have it all package, maybe, if you had used this as one of your specialty dining restaurants. It's actually quite large. So when we ate there, we ate right on the railing that
overlooking the atrium.
But when you go inside, it goes the whole way over and then the whole way back. You're going to see it here in a little bit. I think I zigzag through, but I think I make it the whole way back in there. Yes, here we go. It goes the whole way back, and you're going to have a nice large table there, large group.
That was our table.
We were getting ready for dressing night. You see the flash there. The atrium spanning decks 1, 2, and 3 with the chandelier up there.
Yeah, it's a custom sculpture by a Dutch artist that they try to do on every one of their ships, a different sculpture to put into the atrium by various Dutch artists.
heading aft. I still marked it as midship because it is definitely midship. It's right beside the, yes, oh, we're moving forward. It's right beside the midship elevators. This is the Rolling Stone Lounge, and here there will be a bunch of activities they have in here. They had line dance classes in here. They had ballroom dancing in here. They had the
cooking
demonstrations in there. But they have the Rolling Stone Band in here as well.
In the evenings, yes. There's music and entertainment in the evenings.
A nice venue. And then over here, there's Joe. Hi, Joe. And then over here and to the left, that is the Rolling Stone dedicated bar. We're going to keep going forward. We're going to speed it up a little bit. I love the artwork. Billboard on board. So Billboard on board, you'll have music in here, dueling pianos every single night. But they hold trivia here, and I'm not sure what other activities do they hold here.
They do bingo in there here on the Eurodam. It's not always the case in different ships.
And over here's the Billboard on board bar.
And they do their Tech for Travelers talks in there.
And then I'm going to let Joe take over.
Yes, as we head
over here
into the casino. Yes, we did a full dedicated video walking through the casino, but the casino on the Eurodam is divided into two sections. We're walking through the first part now, coming off of those forward stairwell and elevators. You have the casino desk there. Rows of slot machines through here of various sorts.
Did you play all of them?
No. No, it was quite busy. Certainly in the evening, every evening.
So we recorded this video specifically when we were in port and the casino would be closed. So that way we could do video, because you're not supposed to do video or pictures while the casino is open and operating.
Your table games are set up in the middle of that front room, and they have all of your assorted table games.
That one says blackjack. I see that. More slot machines.
Yes, plenty. Although, like I said, it was full. It was certainly not plenty on some nights. You have video poker games back in this corner.
And then we're going to go up the steps here. This is the casino bar.
Yes, it is the gallery bar. Right?
This is called the gallery bar?
It's called the gallery bar,
okay.
Yes.
You can see why it's called the gallery. Can you see? Let's see.
I don't think you turned around soon.
There's
on the yes, some paintings. Now this room that we've walked back from the gallery bar into, this is the smoking room of the casino. So you definitely notice it. It is usually quite smoky. When, if not actively smoky, it certainly still smells it.
So you're not supposed to smoke in the other part?
No,
that we walked through already?
the main part is supposed to be smoke-free, and it generally is. But this room of the back section is the smoking part of the casino.
Deck 1, so we're back in the midship area. There are staterooms on all sides of this, but this is Deck 1, very midship, and that is, hi! That is the guest services desk. You can take a look up and you can see the decks 2 and 3, as well as that chandelier we mentioned already. And the camera, I was hoping the camera would move up a little bit more, and it wouldn't.
And there's some seating down here in the atrium.
And it was, surprisingly, it was empty then, but it was well used. People were always sitting there, except for when we were recording this. And then over here, to the left, is the Future Cruises desk. And if you continue back, you're going to have the officers' offices. That's walking in from Deck 1 to the World Stage. This is where all of your evening entertainment is happening. Sometimes you will have to gather here for excursions, especially if you're at a tender port, and they'll get everyone gathered there. And that's the end.
Yes.
We made it.
We've now walked through the entirety of the public spaces of the Eurodam.
Yeah. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Bye.